good photography really helps tell the story about a person, an individual, or a subject. And photography really is the universal language. You get a feeling of emotion, of sadness, of conflict. You really get to see the essence of what's happening.
I think it was very interesting to for us to see in the first contest how much interest there was out there from photographers to submit their work and to reflect on the theme of new beginnings, and also how nuanced that theme was, exactly like the region it represents.
So the winning image from the contest was a picture of a woman playing basketball. She's wearing a headscarf, and just the look at her face of, oh, I'm going to make this shot. It's just a wonderful feeling and a wonderful enjoyment that you get from this photograph. You know, as I said, sports is a great way to integrate friends, family, and competition, and people from outside your little neighborhood or outside your class, and it's an equalizer. And so this look on her face, the opportunities that she has, really gives you a sense of a new beginning.
New beginnings don't always necessarily have to be positive or hopeful. They could be new ways of adapting creatively to challenging situations like a conflict or a struggle. It's a photo of 3 falafel vendors who are wearing gas masks. They're sitting in their shop, which has kind of an open window facing the street, and they're waiting for customers in the middle of what must be riots featuring tear gas. I love the photo because it is both disturbing and unsettling and absurd and kind of funny all at the same time. It raises a lot of questions about what's going on. So I look at this and I see 3 people who say, we're not going to be shut down in the face of conflict. We are going to go about our business. We're going to resist by continuing to feed people, by continuing to sell falafel. We're going to resist by not shutting down and going away.
The photo almost spoke immediately to me. It is a photo of a young Algerian woman who is dressed in traditional Algerian way. Her look is just so hopeful and full of self-confidence. You know, very subtly when you look at the picture, this young woman has her hayek, and on one hand there's a very beautiful henna drawing, and on the other hand there's a Rolex type, very contemporary, luxurious, fashionable watch that she's wearing in her other wrist. She is in a position where she's almost about to open the door, and she's almost inviting the viewer to join her. This picture is all about moving forward, opening doors, going out to the world, or going to explore what's behind the doors.
This was a real fun contest to judge. The winners and the honorable mentions really rose to the top. They each were a storytelling image. They each had a purpose. They each had something to show us.
Of course, the Syrian refugee crisis has been one of the most traumatic crises to hit the Middle East in recent years, and it's displaced millions of Syrians, both internally as well as forced them out of the country into other countries like neighboring Lebanon and Turkey and Jordan. So this boy is probably in one of those neighboring countries, and he looks so focused and excited to be writing or drawing or engaging his mind in something other than the trauma and the conflict of war.
Whether it was the haircut photo, the barbershop, you could see the heat coming from the heater, and you knew it was a freezing cold area. The window, the mirror was busted out. Maybe that was gunshot, but people were surviving. They were working in tents.
We are seeing, of course, the Middle East is ripped by transitions and violence and war, and that for a lot of people meant displacement. So new beginnings sometimes resonate with exile and pain and having to start all over.
You know, as a photographer, you're always looking for the light, where the light's coming from. You're looking at people's emotions. You're looking at timing. Timing and composition are two of the most important parts of photography. And photography is a tool that helps communicate ideas. It helps communicate a feeling that you might have. So as a photographer, you're trying to put all these elements together. And it's timing, it's looking at the light, and it's looking at composition.